إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد عباد الله قال تعالى أما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل فقد فاز المتقون وأذكركم ونفسي بقول الله تبارك وتعالى تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض ولا فسادا والعاقبة للمتقين والعاقبة للمتقين. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who made his judgment. It is written and it is sealed no matter how long the battle goes on and who is the opponent. The final victory will be for the people of taqwa. The final victory will be for the righteous people. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us candidate for that. Last week we spoke about the destroyer of the joy, which the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam told us to remember. If we remember that, we will submit to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we remember that, we will humble ourselves and live to what we believe and live up to the statement which is the most powerful and the only statement. When we live up to it, we become free people, the true freedom. And the true freedom is when we can subordinate our own will to do the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We spoke about death last Friday, which is me and you tomorrow. And we will bury one another. We will wash one another's body. It is very important to let the people who are washing our body witness that we were good people in our lifetime. And if you notice, every human being you meet, Allah planted on their head 2 eyes to look at us very well and see what we are doing, and 2 ears to listen to us carefully and hear what we are saying, and they will testify to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by saying, "Oh Allah, I have seen, oh Allah, I have heard." Antum shuhada'ullahi fil ard. The Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam said this to the Sahaba. You are the witnesses of Allah on earth. So every human being will witness for us or against us. Today's topic, inshallah, while we are moving away from the caravan of death that never stopped. It never stopped. Just before I come onto the minbar, few seconds, I was told that our brother Saif, we don't say he lost his mother, but we will say his mother gone before him. The mother passed away back home in Bangladesh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala include her in his chosen servants, whom will be told, Ya ayyatuha an-nafsul mutma'inna, irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiya, fadkhuli fi ibadi, wadkhuli jannati. And this is the best news when we are on the bridge, leaving this dunya behind and looking forward to our true life. Our true life is when we die. Now we're on transit, temporarily on this planet. Regardless how long we live, since Jibril alayhi salam told the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, Ya Muhammad, Aish ma si'ta fa innaka mayyit. Live as long as you wish. Finally, you are going to die anyway. Love who you wish to love. You will be separated from that person or that thing. And do whatever you want. Allah will give it back to you. So the final step in the process of life is death. Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. Every soul shall taste of death. So no matter how long we live, in the end, we will go back one day. So Saif's mother joined the camp of the dead people. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive her and ignore anything bad and reward her for anything good. Today's topic is Ibadatul Muraqama. Stay on the station of Ibadah in spite of what? Ibadatul Muraqama. And this is something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam to follow the footsteps of his brothers in the mission of the da'wah throughout the history. And he mentioned to him in the Quran 25 of them, and there are more than that. And all of these for what? For him to remember, you are not the only one on the path of the struggle. And there is no one go through tougher time than the one who invite people to do what is right. You will go through the toughest time because many of us, we hate the truth because the truth irritates the demons in our life and we hate the opposition. And the Quran said, أَفَكُلَّمَا جَاءَكُمْ رَسُولٌ بِمَا لَا تَهْوَى أَنفُسُكُمْ فَرِيقًا كَذَّبْتُمْ وَفَرِيقًا تَقْتُلُونَ. What's wrong with you? Every time a prophet comes to you, a reminder with something that is not meeting your low desire, you kill some of them and you tell some of them that they are lying. And that's why the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam was told like this in Surah Al-A'raf, from ayah, subhanallah, I can't remember the ayah, but you can follow it in Surah Al-A'raf, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, قُلْ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ عِبَادٌ أَمْثَالُكُمْ فَدْعُوهُمْ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ أَلَهُمْ أَرْجُلٌ يَمْشُونَ بِهَا أَمْ لَهُمْ أَيْدٍ يَبْطِشُونَ بِهَا أَمْ لَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا أَمْ لَهُمْ آذَانٌ يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا. And then he said to him like this, قُلِ ادْعُوا شُرَكَاءَكُمْ ثُمَّ كِيدُونِ فَلَا تُنذِرُونَ إِنَّ وَلِيِّيَ اللَّهُ الَّذِي نَزَّلَ الْكِتَابَ وَهُوَ يَتَوَلَّى الصَّالِحِينَ. After the hard work of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, trying to save the people, and sometime he had to try to stop them, and that is the only time he fight because he was fought. And the only way to stop them is to fight back, to stop them. He loves them, and he wants them to be safe, but they don't understand. And they went extremely, and they decided to terminate the da'wah and the da'i. And the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam has to force them into what they really need, to know the truth. And I have to say to them like this, say to them, O Muhammad, those who are calling upon beside Allah, they are slaves like yourself. Call them and see if they can answer you if you are truthful. And ask them this question, Alahum arjulun yamshuna biha, the idols you are worshipping, have they legs? Whereas with which they walk, they don't have legs. Do they have hands to hold? They don't. Do they have eyes to see? They don't. Do they have ears to listen? They don't. And then he said to them, قُلِ ادْعُوا شُرَكَاءَكُمْ. Call on all your partners, those who worship other than Allah. ثُمَّ كِيدُونِ فَلَا تُنذِرُونَ. And then plot against me. and respite me not. Inna waliyyi Allahu. Allah is my wali. And wali means my protector, my supporter, my guardian, the one who will fight my battles, and the one who will handle all my affairs in my life. وَهُوَ يَتَوَلَّى الصَّالِحِينَ. And Allah is the one who will support, protect, and help, and take care of the affairs of anyone who is righteous. Can you imagine living up to this ayah? If we want Allah to be there for us, what we need to do, just be a righteous human being. Allahu waliyyu alladhina amanu. Yukhrijuhum min adh-dhulumati ila an-nur. Allah is the wali, the protector, the guide, the supporter, and the helper of those people who believe in truth. Any darkness they go through, personal darkness, personal problems, difficulties, families, social, financial, all ways, they will find a way out. One of the two ways. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will facilitate the problem for them and lubricate it or sort it out for them. But they will never be stuck to the extent that they start to fight with the destiny or with whatever they think is the problem. And that is the meaning of getting Allah to deal with our affairs. We never break down. And the darker the night is getting, we believe the dawn is on the way. Ishtaddi azmatu tanfariji. All problems, go as hard as you can. I believe you will become easy. Because Allah said, فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. With every difficulty, don't focus on that only. Shift your feeling to the second step. The yusr, the relief, the easy time is coming. You just need to survive that moment and be patient in a beautiful way. And then he said to them, قُلْ إِنِّي نُهِيتُ أَنْ أَتَّبِعَ أَهْوَاءَكُمْ. O Muhammad, tell them, I have been forbidden. I was told not to follow your desire. And we are not to follow anybody's desire. It is haram. We are to submit only to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قُلْ إِنِّي نُهِيتُ أَنْ أَتَّبِعَ أَهْوَاءَكُمْ قَدْ ضَلَلْتُ إِذًا وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُهْتَدِينَ. If I do so and follow what you want me to do, that means I am misguided also, and I'm not guided anymore. قُلْ إِنِّي عَلَى بَيِّنَةٍ مِّن رَبِّي. I am on a clear path and proof from my Lord. وَكَذَّبْتُمْ بِهِ. You denied it. You thought I am lying, but I am not. إِنَّ رَبِّي عَلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ. My Lord is on the straight path. The truth is what the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam was told by Allah to tell them this way, because they wanted him to give it up. And they wanted him to compromise. And they offered him women. They offered him wealth and positions. And he said, no, I don't want all of that. I just want you to know the truth. I'm afraid myself. In asaytu rabbi azaba yawmin azim. I'm afraid if I disobey my Lord, the chastisement of the great day. It is a severe one. It's not up to me to tell you what I'm telling you. I'm under orders as well, and I cannot go against them. And they say to him, وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُنَا بَيِّنَاتٍ قَالَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَرْجُونَ لِقَاءَنَا ائْتِ بِقُرْآنٍ غَيْرِ هَذَا أَوْ بَدِّلْهُ قُلْ مَا يَكُونُ لِي أَنْ أُبَدِّلَهُ مِنْ تِلْقَاءِ نَفْسِي إِنْ أَتَّبِعُ إِلَّا مَا يُوحَى إِلَيَّ إِنِّي أَخَافُ إِنْ عَصَيْتُ رَبِّي عَذَابَ يَوْمٍ عَظِيمٍ. When you recite the Quran to them, and they say, bring us another Quran, this one not meeting our desire, or change it. Say to them, it's not up to me to change it. It's not from me. I'm under orders that I cannot go against. If it was from me, I could do that to meet your needs and your desire, but not from me. I'm a slave as well. and I'm interested to pass the truth on to you as I was told. But they wanted him to change it, make it another Quran that will meet their constitution, or change the meaning of the verses, and call the hijab modesty, and call this that, and call the zina friendship, and so on. Call the alcohol spiritual drinks, make it acceptable, make it beautiful, so people go for it. But no, Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, he cannot do that. He have to go against what they want, including his family. Sometime in our life, you have to come to make some decisions that will break your heart, but will bring peace to your soul. And you are able to sleep because I said the right thing. Even to people, I may lose them, but I have peace in my mind. So to tell the truth and make the people cry or turn against you, it's better to lie to them and look for their acceptance. We don't go for this. And that's why Hud alayhi salam, his people, also told him, قالوا يا هود ما جئتنا ببينة. O Hud, you did not bring to us enough evidence. وما نحن بتارك آلهتنا عن قولك. And we will not give up our gods for what you have said. وما نحن لك بمؤمنين. And we will not be believers with you. إن نقول إلا اعتراك بعض آلهتنا بسوء. All we can say is that some of our gods have seized you with evil. They're punishing you. That's why you act like this. And what was his answer? Prophet Hud alayhi salam, to stay on the station of ibadah in spite of what? He said to them, قال إني أشهد الله واشهدوا. He said to them, I call on Allah to witness as a witness. And you be witness as a community. أني بريء مما تشركون من دوني. That I am free from the partners you're making with him. فَكِيدُونِي جَمِيعًا ثُمَّ لَا تُنذِرُونَ. Plot against me, all of you, and respite me not. And he said to them this way, إِنِّي تَوَكَّلْتُ عَلَى اللَّهِ. I put my trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. رَبِّي وَرَبُّكُمْ. My Lord and your Lord. مَا مِن دَابَّةٍ إِلَّا هُوَ آخِذٌ بِنَاصِيَتِهَا. There is no living, moving creature on earth except that Allah has the grasp of its forelock. Allah is in control. He can control your mind, your knowledge, your fame, your power, your life, and your death. He controls your destiny. Due to that, I'm not afraid of you. Inna Rabbi ala siratim mustaqim. My Lord, for truth is on the straight path, is the truth. So I have to tell them this and then tell them to go ahead and do what they want to do. This is the struggle the prophets went through, and every prophet, they have been through this. And we will face the same forever. And that is a test if we are truthful in what we claim. لِيَسْأَلَ الصَّادِقِينَ عَنْ صِدْقِهِمْ. To ask those people who claim to be truthful, how truthful have you been in the truth you claim? Did you survive the test and the trials? It will be a day-to-day struggle. And we call it the endless jihad. When the opponent is you, yourself, and we are to fight ourselves and our low desire and subordinate that to do the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This jihad, you will face it as a father. And to me, I study from any situation I go through in my life. Few days at the Islamic school, one of the God-fearing young men who was planning to do some work to help his parents, seeing their struggle. And he picked up one place and he said he got the job there, but they say to him, I will not mention the name of the place, but they told him the ribbon he has to hang on his neck represent the LGBT people, and he has to use that with the card. So he asked me, what shall I do? I said, you know what? You know the answer from your friend who is a sportsman in France, Idriss, from Senegal? He stood up against the world and France government and told them, you cannot make me sign something that is against my religious conviction. Bring all your army. You can take everything from me, but me you cannot have. Why? Because I belong to Allah and to Allah alone. Follow Idris. He's a young man who's earning millions to help poor people. I signed to play sports, not to support something that against my religious beliefs. No. How can you read the Quran and support this? Are you really a Muslim? How can you read the Bible, the gospel, and support this? Are you really a true follower of Jesus Christ? What are you? After what Allah said about it. But La ilaha illallah is the shortcut. We only submit to do the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this type of jobs is not a job. It is a test for your faith to see who is the second God you will worship, the money or the very one God you said, La ilaha illallah. We study from our young people who love Allah so much, but they're swimming in the mud, and they don't want to drown. And while we swim in the pool of mud, we cannot come out clean, but we have to keep our temple afloat. Otherwise, we drown in it, and everything is done. The test will come to everybody, and I love it when the young people, I always follow these little incidents. When a father after Fajr Salat asks me, please advise my boys, because I'm pulling them to Jannah, but they say it is too hard to just come for Fajr Salat. This is a witness that you are clear from hypocrisy. And I can see the boys, mashallah, sacrificing to come to do Salat al-Fajr, following the father who Allah told them to follow. See the struggle of the parents. And when I go, I study from things like that. Because since Noah's son said to his father, no, we have young men, boys and girls in this society. I will never say to my father or to my mother, no, while they're holding my hand all the way to Jannah. I will never say that, but we need to do the struggle. Shaitan will tie us up and make us fall in love with something else. But parents who love us, they will never stop giving the advice. Even if we hate them, we know that we hate them because they want us to be safe. So let us make life easy for one another, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us go through, because the trials are very heavy. And the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam said, you will be like holding to the fire on some of the time of your life. But remember, it will be over. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم وجعلنا وإياكم من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم ثبتنا بالقول الثابت في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة اللهم أحينا على دينك وتوفنا على دينك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا واقض الدين عنا وعن المدينين وأقم الصلاة.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. As you are aware, this center, especially this masjid, is full of activities. And inshallah tonight, we have an ongoing Sira lecture by one of our Rivers brothers. It starts at 6:30. Please, you are welcome. And tomorrow also, our Imam is running fortnightly Akida classes. So tomorrow is also one of the classes. It starts immediately after Isha at 7:45. So all of you are encouraged to attend tomorrow's class and tonight's Sira class. Jazakumullah khair.